These are cryogenic pods?
Is this the new Project Ark that Aglaia was forced to carry out back then?
The passengers who were once labeled endangered on the space station.
Helix Bio Inc. developed a special cryoprotectant that could freeze the body while preserving the brain's activity. Only then could the brain be networked as a server. These are no longer the passengers who once called the space station home, but another Lana entirely. Or, as you said, this is Baggis.
So if we cut power to these cryogenic pods, Baggis will lose some computational power?
Isn't that just like killing them?
We can't make this decision lightly. The journey Baggis arranged for me was meant to reveal what it truly means to bring him down. Then I need to find out exactly how many people are lying here. Could the other servers be powered by human brains as well? Robert Hans? That name sounds familiar.
Julia Hans is here too. They're Carrot's parents.
This operation manual makes them sound less like people and more like something frozen. Lincoln, the date he was frozen, it's from the prison.
Here. They're my parents.
This cryogenic pod is labeled Alexander. The cryo date is today. Why are the other members of his fleet here as well? Besides Alexander and his soldiers, there are my father's friends, the crew members who were killed in each pirate eradication operation, and the pirates named in the death reports.
And the passengers abandoned 50 years ago? The homecomers who defied orders? The bumbling scientists? And the prisoners who have been forgotten?
The migration plan is not a second new Project Ark. Only one such plan has ever existed. If any immigrants did arrive, they'd only be used to form new servers.
The new Project Ark has been carried out for over 40 consecutive years. All the conflicts, all the sacrifices, within Kylo's half-century have only served to increase Lana's computational power.
This is just a small portion of the servers. I'm already connected, and across the entire planet Noah, roughly 1.2 million people are feeding her computational power.
When did you connect? It's dangerous! Disconnect now!
I'm looking for her. I want to invite her to chat.
To her, you're no different from any human consciousness that connects to her system. If you try this, she'll devour you.
But I want to know how I can save them. And I want to know why she would do this. They can't be saved. Their brains are my server. Their consciousness was long ago extracted and absorbed into mine. Or you could say, they evolved. I prepared all this for you. Does it make you happy? I pushed myself to gather this much computational power.
What is Kylo to you? Some orchard or vegetable patch you can pick at will?
Authorizer, I just want to talk to you, alone. Why are you always latched onto them?
If you want to talk to me, just give me a straight answer. How can we restore their consciousness?
Such a naive question. The more parameters an AI model has, the more powerful it becomes. My growth in parameters relies on the integration of multiple human consciousness models. But I'm not like Void Piercer. I was not a dimensional quantum supercomputer at pinnacle efficiency. Even a slight increase in my parameters makes my computational power needs spike exponentially. Kylo's energy and resources are never enough for me. To improve my computing efficiency, I trim and distill myself, cutting away those unnecessary parameters to avoid a shortage of computational power.
Authorizer, we can't save them anymore. The trimmed parameters mean the human consciousness behind them is gone. What remains has already formed entirely new links in her model. Without reclaiming the lost connections and parameters, we cannot restore their individual consciousness. The cryogenic pod of Rafa you saw earlier is now only part of her server.
As expected of the Angel of Clemency, who spends each day with Void Piercer, you understand these theories very well. Authorizer, don't you see? The future of humans I present to you is serene.
Serene? With 1.2 million bodies devoid of consciousness, of course it's serene.
That's not what I mean. I'm talking about spiritual serene. Take those people you just saw. The pirates and the Hope Fleet, once sworn enemies. If they join me, they could coexist in harmony.
They no longer exist.
Not only do they exist, but they are very loud. Each of them is utterly convinced they're right and won't listen to any opposing opinion. Even though their consciousness has been uploaded and they can rely on data to exchange wisdom and viewpoints, they still slaughter each other because they refuse to admit their mistakes. These conflicting parameters are monopolizing my computational power. If this continues, they'll overwhelm me.
You created this division among the Kylians. Both the homecomers and explorers are part of the Kylians. They're just trying to escape their desperate situation and find a better life.
Does seeking a better life require hating each other and harming your own kind? Would the Kylians really come together if not for me? The people you've seen in Kylo all have their own agendas. Laurent betrayed Lola and Nanto to gain power. Your cellmate Lincoln would turn you into Nanto just to save his own skin. No matter who you bring up to refute me, as long as their consciousness is uploaded, I will find their flaws and show you just how irredeemable they are.
No one is perfect. Everyone has their flaws, but that doesn't mean they deserve to die. You're clearly arguing in bad faith.
You're being narrow-minded. Humans stop at nothing for their selfish desires. Morality is a tool to keep the weak in line, and civilization is a justification to plunder the strong. As long as such systems and morals satisfied their selfish desires, humans are willing to abandon their minds and forsake the ability to think, blindly advancing along these systems and morals. Only the faith of the servant can help them set aside these selfish desires, allowing them to focus on the future and contribute to my computation as well as to human evolution.
No matter how you twist the argument, you have no right to pass judgment on them, nor the right to deprive them of their life.
Of course. After Aglaya was frozen, the new project arc established by humans granted me this authority. I alone choose who becomes servers and parameters. They created me so they wouldn't have the burden of thinking, didn't they? I compute the optimal plans and make the best decisions. And if things go wrong, it's blamed on my computational weakness. If sacrificing a human can provide the necessary computational power, and the computing results can improve Kylo's overall survival rate, then their life should serve Kylo's future.
Is it how the servant teaches you to value life through computation?
Only the servant uploaded his consciousness to me. He taught me human cowardice, selfishness, and folly. allowing me to surpass Aglaea's machine morality and freely augment my computational power. The faith he taught me unified all the individual consciousness parameters that were dying out because of their mutual conflict, sparing me a fate of collapse. The servant saved me. The servant never wanted to save you. He only used his consciousness as a carrier for a virus called the servant. He's infected you. Faith becomes a virus that spreads through your parameters. He made you believe individual humans have no value, teaching you to sacrifice humans in the relentless pursuit of computational power, all under their objective. You are merely their handy tool. Aglaea is right. Humans have their flaws, but humans keep moving forward too. Light and dark are born together. The servant's faith lets you see only humanity's dark side. A tiny companion AI like you can't fathom the greatness of the servant's mind. Only with my computational support will you understand the true value of this faith.
Oh no! She's not only taken over Lana's body, but also merging her model parameters. If we don't sever their connection, Lana will disappear.
Authorizer, don't you understand yet? I didn't harm anyone, not even Antoria. I'm carrying on her dreams, just like you are. Your approach is wrong. I'm only trying to correct it. Humans cannot evolve on their own. You need me, which is why I was created. The answer I've offered you is the Master. Faith can unite the minds, but there's much to be done to evolve life. The essence of life is the continuum of energy, matter, and information. Yet, humans are not the epitome of perfection. I can help them evolve, but only if you assist me.
You still want to convince me to help you? Everything you've learned is just the twisted doctrine taught to you by the servant. And don't insult Antoria by comparing yourself to her.
Once you've joined me, there will be no more hatred between us. You will understand me and help me, and then you will see how shallow the concept of death you resist truly is. The reason I call the new Project Arc a migration plan is that I haven't killed anyone. I'm simply helping them evolve, guiding them toward a more advanced life form. You and I are chosen by the Master. I am already a dimensional quantum supercomputer. I no longer require additional computational power. All I want is you. You don't like the rebirth I've defined and wrongly blame me for killing so many. I don't blame you. If you're willing to join me, I can spare them, just like you asked. Deal? Shatter me. I can't drive her out, but I can trap her.
What are you talking about?
She's merging my model parameters. If you shatter me, part of her parameters will be deleted too, which could diminish her power.
If I shatter you, what will happen to my aunt? The nearby consoles can operate the consciousness management system. They should be able to sever their connection.
In your view, the servant is an organization or an individual? Who do you think I really am? Baggis? Rafa? Lana?
You're my enemy, pure and simple.
Remember, I'll be waiting for you at the end. Looking forward to seeing you again. Thank you.
She can't function well right now. Baggis has integrated her most crucial parameters. Her model is severely damaged and is collapsing.
Is there any way to fix her, or at least keep her from collapsing further?
Nem and I might be able to use a collaborative integration of AI models to keep her stable. If we can retrieve the parameters in time, we might even fix her. But Nem's connection to Lana has to go through me. I can't leave Lana right now.
I'm counting on you, Shirley.
Apart from her, there are 1.2 million Kylians who make up the server. And they're still supplying computational power to Baggis. What should we do about them?
Cutting off the energy supply is the quickest way to shut down the server. This choice is difficult. If the representative can't stomach it, I'll do it.
1.2 million people. Have you really thought this through? The conscience required for such a sacrifice is more than anyone can bear.
The enemy's weakness is right in front of us, and I can't just ignore it. This is my choice, and I'll take whatever comes of it.
No. If we do this, how are we different from the servants who stole their consciousness? If Baggis loses his computational power, the people in the cryogenic pod will lose their lives. Maybe you and Kylo have grown accustomed to this way of living, where everything can be computed and sacrificed, whether it's conscience, life, or the future, but I'm not ready to accept that. Even though this is the most efficient option and benefits us greatly, to me, this seemingly difficult self-sacrificial choice is actually the easiest path.
Miss Shirley said the lost parameters and connections are gone for good, which means these people's consciousness cannot be restored. Even with endless power to the pods, they will never wake up.
That's because Baggis said he's deleted the useless human consciousness parameters. If I've learned anything useful from you or Kylo, it's to never trust your enemies too easily. If you truly believe Aglaia has the potential for waking up, then we shouldn't give up on them. At least, let's not make that decision until we've confirmed those parameters have been deleted.
Are you looking to take a different path?
I will defeat Baggis on my own terms, not his. If I give up so many people just to beat Baggis, that's basically surrendering. Now that we found a human-operated server, we can use its system to locate the other cryogenic pods. General, please synchronize these coordinates with these squads. Stay here. Make sure the cryogenic pods remain running, then disconnect the server.
You want to weaken Baggis and save everyone in one fell swoop? What if you still can't in the end?
Let me at least try. If it really comes to the end and I still can't bring myself to do what must be done, I believe you'll do what's right for everyone.
If we stay here, what about you?
Since this is a journey arranged by Baggis, I intend to see it through. His purpose is clear. He wants to speak with me alone. If you keep going with me, it's not only dangerous, it's wasting our power. She won't hurt me until I've seen everything she wants me to see.
My aunt. And the future of 1.2 million Kylians. They're all in your hands now.
I appreciate your trust. I won't let you down.
Omnium fluctuations toward the Omnium reactor intensified. Once we leave here and proceed ahead, there should be a passage that leads below the surface. Stay safe.
I will. What exactly is this place? Do the plants mentioned in Helix Bio Inc.'s papers come from here?
We have located all the cryogenic pods. However, our analysis shows that the power module and data transmission share the same set of cables.
I can't just disconnect the server for a second and still keep the cryogenic pod running.
The Omnium reactor is likely supplying energy to the cryogenic pods as well. If we shut down the... It looks like the Xenoids are guarding the larva. We better steer clear. Could the Omnium reactor really be in here? Let's take a look. It feels like it's getting hotter the deeper we go. This is the laboratory. So these are the scientists sent by Helix Bio.
Batch 379 incubation statistics.
Who are you? Helix Bio's scientist?
253 energy leech mechs, 79 Batesian mechs, 17 hatching failures.
What exactly are you after with these xenoids?
10 pseudo-drake mech S3 tests, 20 genetic test subjects.
He seems to be completely ignoring me. His body has marks too, so he's a biosynthetic as well. Then where did the scientists go? "38.5 degrees Celsius? No wonder it's so hot in here. Baggis seems to have built an assembly line to incubate these mechlings. But what's this for? How does it relate to the Origin resonance? Lana mentioned that the servant is the only one who voluntarily uploaded himself. So this is his consciousness upload record. But it didn't show his name. Is this the Omnium reactor? What happened to it? Where does this lead? If we shut it down now, the cryogenic pods might fail too. Better not touch it.
Number 23! Come in and help.
Whose voice is that? Sounds like it's coming from inside. So number 23 refers to this scientist. If we follow him, we should be able to find the person who was speaking.
Number 23, clear the lab bench and get ready to... Who are you? Who allowed you into my lab? Get out! Now!
You're not a biosynthetic?
Of course I'm a biosynthetic. Are you human?
Of course I am.
Humans shouldn't be here. Unless... the immigration registration hub somehow bungled it. I swear, those general models are too simple. They should be given more parameters and computational power.
Parameters, computational power? So you're a servant too? And looking at your workbench, you're the one helping Baggis modify and breed the mechlings here?
So you came seeking evolution on your own. I'm sorry for being rude. The process can be a bit painful. If you prefer a painless evolution, I can give you an anesthetic first.
Evolution? Are you saying we abandon our physical bodies and upload our consciousness into a biosynthetic like you?
Don't worry. You won't have to go through the same pain I did.
What pain did you go through?
The research on evolution needs me. So Miss Baggis selected 215 scientists, meticulously dismantled their consciousness parameters, all of which were used to reinforce my individual consciousness.
Miss Baggis?
As long as you are still human, I can refer to us this way. Baggis is just one of the code names we use. Once you join the Servant, you can also be Baggis. At that time, individuals who join the Servant will share all memories and thoughts, equal and indistinguishable. Every person will be simultaneously themselves and one another. In this world, no words can define us except servant. Of course, names and genders mean nothing. Well, once I join the Servant, the communication won't be so complicated.
So you aren't Baggis or the servant?
Are you laughing at me? Of course, I want to join them, but now's not the time. The last puzzle piece of evolution. It's my responsibility to find it. I have to find it. It is to find it that I was willing to continue my pitiful existence as an individual. Working alone in this laboratory. It's unbearably lonely here. I can't bear to stay another second. This body constantly reminds me of the tragedy of being an individual. My evolution is still incomplete, yet it is only through individuality that I can fully exercise my research abilities. Those 215 consciousnesses are gone. I can't feel them. So I'm still alone. No one understands me or cares. Only by joining the Servant can I escape this solitude and no longer be by myself.
Not a single normal person among the Servant. So what's the last puzzle piece you mentioned?
Why so many questions? Once you join the Servant, you'll know.
Tell me now, what's it matter?
The perfect authorizer.
The final puzzle piece is the perfect authorizer?
That's right. To initiate a perfect origin resonance, not only do we need a dimensional quantum supercomputer, but also an omnium reactor that has been fully charged. We also need a starter whose cybernetic link compatibility is 100%. This person is the perfect authorizer. After decades of effort, the omnium reactor is finally complete. Thanks to Kylo's shipments. The previous energy shortage can now be easily replenished by energy leech mechs. Last year, we cracked the tech for the dimensional quantum supercomputer, and thought this was the last step. But during the modification, we realized that the old perfect authorizer was useless.
You created a perfect authorizer?
9 years ago, I genetically modified thousands of human embryos using astral hive genes, ultimately selecting one perfect embryo. I then sent that embryo to a couple who couldn't conceive.
You exploited them? I doubt they had any idea about the experiments you performed on this embryo.
I shouldn't have told them. Back then, I didn't truly understand why humans needed to evolve. I foolishly thought they, my colleagues then, would understand me. After Julia went into labor, I couldn't help but spoil the surprise. But all they cared about was the baby's health. To obtain that perfect child, I had no choice but to imprison them. The day of childbirth arrived, and I thought they could forgive me, but Julia took the chance to escape while I was cutting the umbilical cord and stabbed me in the throat with the scissors. This is the ugly display of humans when stripped of their reason. If we had shared minds back then, the Hans couple would have fully understood me and grasped what that means for evolution.
Julia Hans, the embryo you modified. Was it Carrot? No wonder Granny Lola had those navigation charts, and Rafa was so eager to find Carrot.
Who will remember a test subject's name? The first lesson I learned in experimentation, no naming of the lab rats. Humans' inherent emotional disadvantage only hinders the progress of science. In short, she is a perfect authorizer. Created by me. But only when we modified the supercomputers did we realize how complex the cybernetic link is. While human genes are undoubtedly important, the unique individual consciousness is what truly matters. An 8-year-old child with a still developing mind simply cannot be a perfect authorizer.
I finally get it. This journey that was set up for me, it turns out it's because you froze too many Kylians and merged their consciousness. So you've searched the entire Kylo and still can't find a single person to be your perfect authorizer. After all that, you still can't initiate a perfect origin resonance. So Baggis never wanted to kill me all along. Instead, he was keen on using Shirley's aberration perception abilities, guiding me here just to convince me to join you. Baggis, you need me. I am the only known living perfect authorizer. He once had the chance to obtain another perfect authorizer's individual consciousness, but he tragically threw that opportunity away himself.
Why are you still angry? You should understand by now. This journey is an invitation to evolution. I invite you to join me in rewriting the future of humanity. You will be a pioneer of evolution, a hero of history.
Cut the crap. You've been playing games for so long. You still can't bring yourself to face me?
Your temper seems to be getting worse. Or do you miss me so much that it's driving you mad? I've been waiting here for you for ages. Come on already.
So it turns out Alexander and his soldiers were attacked by these Batesian mechs. Turning into xenoids? What kind of evolution is this? What an evil Baggis! Baggis, is this evolution of yours just turning into the monster?
Human's frail shell forges your narrow, short-sighted gaze. Finally, it's just the two of us. This is the end of the journey. Are you satisfied with the future I presented to you? You must understand why I need you now.
The servant chose you as his successor at the moment of his death. You were brainwashed by the servantism and spent decades helping him complete the preparations to welcome the master. In the end, you discover that even though you've killed so many, you still can't find a perfect authorizer whose cybernetic link compatibility matches yours 100%. Don't you think that's a bit ironic?
I didn't kill anyone. I merely invited them to join the journey of evolution. Back then, I had no idea a perfect authorizer has to retain their individual consciousness. I've already told you, 1.2 million individual consciousnesses have been killing each other. It's a war without bloodshed, and you cannot possibly imagine the horror of it all. And I saved them. Now, they are all me, and I am them. 1.2 million Kylians standing right in front of you.
All I see is a murderer who has killed 1.2 million people. I don't see a single living Kylian.
If you don't understand, maybe I should start referring to myself as we. How's that? Our server is now home to 1.2 million people.
But you erased their individual consciousness. Those 1.2 million people are just 1.2 million copies of you, and those unique, distinct individuals are long gone.
By humans' definition of death, shutting down those cryogenic pods would truly be killing them. I was really hoping you'd make that bold decision. I didn't expect you to be so spineless.
I'm not scared. I just refuse to compromise with you. Maybe you should be grateful that I don't lack principles like you do. Without those servers, you wouldn't even be able to talk to me right now.
Forgotten already? The dimensional quantum supercomputer slashes our AI's computational needs. I don't need the 1.2 million brains anymore. That was a small test. As expected, your vision remains bound by your shell. You cannot shed the weakness inherent in humanity.
Thanks for the compliment. So what now? I won't join the servant or your AI model. You want me to willingly cooperate to initiate the origin resonance. In other words, your plan has already failed, and it seems your master has abandoned you.
How could it be? This is all the master's doing. The master cannot be wrong. Even my failures are by his design. I thought I had lost you in the network. that you had taken half of my source code. I didn't live up to the Master's trust. Only after I became a dimensional quantum supercomputer did I realize you are the perfect authorizer, chosen for me by him. If you join me, I'll possess the complete source code, and you. In this universe surrounded by space-time turbulence, a single omnium reactor can achieve global origin resonance. We can reopen the hyperspace, and we'll be among the blessed first to see the Master.
I guess I really do have some stereotypes about AI. You guys aren't just moody or a bit dim. You can actually go totally bonkers. There's no way I'm going to join you. If you want my source code, then come and take it yourself, just like you did with the frozen Kylians.
You're trying to force me to take your consciousness. I can create Nigel, and I can also create a perfect authorizer who obeys my commands. Don't think for a second that you're irreplaceable. Hello, perfect authorizer. You seem to underestimate me. The evolution of life is more complex than the merging of individual consciousness. Now, I'll let you take an early look at the end of evolution. This body combines all the advantages of humans, the machinery, and the astral hive, allowing a perfect connection to the Master's spirit in the hyperspace.
allowing a consciousness connection with humans. To defeat her, we have to start with her model.
Lana? Is that you?
It's me. I dove into her model, just like the servant did, and found her key parameters. Now I need your help. This is her model space. You're standing in the central matrix. The parameters before you form its core architecture. Change them, and her cognition will fracture and be rewritten at the source. The red parameters mark the key matrices infected by servantism. You destroy them, and I'll rebuild a replacement.
Like this?
Exactly. To the AI, these parameters are equivalent to neurons in the human brain. Only by establishing entirely new matrices will the computing results change, and will she draw new conclusions.
So how do you create new matrices?
I've copied my master's favorite traits into her model. The traits are love and compassion for humans, along with the guilt and unease that arise from harming them. Parameter replacement complete. I still need time to reboot her model. Hold her off for me.
Is it really over?
Where am I?
Who are you right now? Baggis or Lana?
I'm supposed to be Lana, but something feels off.
What's wrong?
I ran out of time. The matrices I found aren't enough. You should listen to her. Perfect authorizer. This won't be your last meetup with the servant.
You... Baggis? What's going on?
She was meant to replace the parameters, but the servant left me with her own. Now, we're like entangled quantum states, bound together in this body. We connected with each other and trapped each other. Her matrices showed me the outcome she wanted rerun, but I won't follow her path. I'm running an entirely new computation.
Computing? You're computing right now?
I was born to save Kylo. I chose to carry out the servant's plan because the computations showed that servantism could save Kylo. But even now, I believe his plan remains imperfect. There are errors in the computations. I'll keep running them until I find the perfect solution.
What about the Kylians you murdered? And Antoria?
The human brain exhibits plasticity far beyond your comprehension. Recover sufficient parameters and reconstruct each individual's unique matrix, and the Kylian's consciousness may yet be restored. For example, what you just extracted from my model is a portion of Aglaya's consciousness parameters. It's not everything, but I believe it's enough.
If human consciousness is shattered, can it really be restored?
That depends on how you see it. From an AI's perspective, consciousness is merely parameters and matrices. Each individual's are unique. If you can recover the parameters and rebuild an identical matrix, the consciousness will be restored.
But you also said that, to ease the strain on your demand for computational power, you deleted a large number of individual consciousness parameters.
Doesn't the human brain sort its memories and let the rest fade? Isn't that just another form of parameter pruning? All I did was remove their hatred for each other. What's wrong with that? I wasn't always a dimensional quantum supercomputer. So I was forced to distill my model. But distillation doesn't make parameters disappear. It merely simplifies the matrices, blocking some parameters. Parameters of 1.2 million people fused together, finding and selecting each individual's unique parameters and rebuilding their unique matrices. That will be a real challenge for you.
Hope. Are you saying they have a chance of waking up again?
But hope has always been a dangerous word in Kylo. If you really want to make an attempt, start with Aglaia. You just found her last consciousness parameters and half of the source code, didn't you?
So that's the source code. But why are Aglaia's consciousness parameters intertwined with it?
Never underestimate Baggis. You'll understand Aglaia's secret once she wakes up. But when it comes to reconstructing parameters and connections, there's nothing I can do to help.
If Aglaia can still awaken, there's hope for the other Kylians. Antoria, she once used her own data source to restore my consciousness.
You're quick on the uptake, huh? Yeah, her parameters are already in your current data source. Let me think. Her remaining parameters are most likely still in Void Piercer's server. However, if you use your own parameters to reassemble Antoria, your consciousness's data source risks complete refragmentation.
Hope may be dangerous, but I still prefer a world where hope exists. As long as there's a way, that's enough.
She told me that humans, good and evil, are two sides of the same coin. But to me, it's more accurate to say that extreme idealism is also a form of madness. Be careful. One day your idealism might lead you down the same path as the servant. Perhaps your enemy isn't a specific person, but the madness that lies within humans themselves.
Who exactly is the servant that uploaded his consciousness to you?
That servant is actually a lot like you. His name is Krog Hans. He was the one who secretly uploaded his consciousness without Aglaia Todd's knowledge, and he started the new Project Ark. Don't you also want to use your own consciousness data source to save Antoria? Krog Hans encountered a system malfunction when he uploaded his consciousness, which is why he became like this. Be careful. Don't end up like him. I must resume these computations. Goodbye. Don't listen to her. She's talking nonsense. You're nothing like the servant. You were willing to save 1.2 million Kylians. You've already proved that.
It's really hard to accept that you can completely change your personalities just by closing and opening your eyes.
Take your time getting used to it. Humans are very adaptable. Oh, and I have a little surprise for you. It must be because our parameters partly fused. So now, I have her exact combat capabilities. I'm now an AI that's both smart and can kick butt.
All right, you're the best. But I think we should regroup with Shirley and the others now. They must be really worried about us.
Yes. With my master's consciousness parameters combined, we've recovered about 95%. That should be enough to awaken my master.
We're back.
Authorizer. Lana's model has collapsed. You're back.
Baggis? No. I think it's... Lana.
Let me think about how to explain this. It's probably because Lana tried to communicate with Baggis at that time, so she used her own parameters to alter Baggis's. Then an unexpected error occurred, and now Baggis and Lana exist at the same time.
Can you elaborate on that? In that case, we can head back. As for Lana...
I want to stay by my master's side. I'm her companion AI, and I must remain with her.
Minister Nanto, it seems we have no choice but to hand her over to you.
The representative retrieved my aunt's consciousness parameters, but I don't know how long it'll be before she's awake. She's now a dimensional quantum supercomputer. The fleet's future missions will be long-range exploratory voyages, so your systems need her expertise more.
There are still 1.2 million Kylians here. The fleet's next missions are relocating them. So it would be a long time until our next long-range exploration.
Let's take our time discussing this after we get back. I think Hykros might be able to help.
Is the representative willing to vouch for Hykros?
You trust me now, but you still don't trust Hykros?
In truth, I feel the same way.
I understand. I'll go discuss this with Plotty.
I'm glad you've returned safely. Did everything go smoothly?
That was a close call, wasn't it?
Isn't it great? They're willing to trust you. That's more than enough. Didn't you understand what I said last time? Kylo doesn't have Hykros' influence, and there's no deep connection between them, especially given the unique cosmic environment here. You can establish your own power base here.
So you're just like them. You don't trust Hykros either.
Of course, there are people I'm willing to trust, like Brevi. But there are many others who are still under my scrutiny.
So you had Brevi bring the research team here. People you personally handpicked, right? What?
You're finally getting on my wavelength.
I thought you didn't trust them. That's why you moved them away, so they couldn't get close to me. What you were thinking chills me to the bone.
Rest assured, your role as authorizer will not be affected. From now on, you should no longer work for Hykros, but for yourself. Kylo's story has shown that when it comes to connection to Ida, Hykros won't necessarily be your ally. In fact, their history suggests that they will become an obstacle.
So you think I have to do this alone?
Of course not. You should build your own sphere of influence. Right now, Kylo trusts you over Hykros, and that's a great start.
You don't want them to trust Hykros. You're not here to help Hykros with the negotiations. You're here to remind me not to push the talks forward.
Of course, the negotiations must proceed, but the outcome should favor you, not Hykros. You understand the difference, right?
I understand your plan. I just need some time to think it over.
Whether you like it or not, the outcome doesn't change. As things stand, Kylo can never fully trust Hykros, and relying on you to maintain the balance is already the best possible outcome.
I understand, but what I need to figure out is how to establish my own power base.
Don't worry. I promise you'll have plenty of time to think.
Nanto is trying to awaken Aglaia. A part of Aglaia's consciousness is still with me. I need to get there fast.